In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey guys, you're listening to another episode of You're Human, and I'm Dakota Meyer. It's the call-in show where nothing's off the record, or nothing's off the table.
Nothing's off the table.
Nothing's off the table, whatever. It's a place where we take calls, we answer questions, and it's real, authentic, and it's live. So, it's kind of like getting in the ring every single day. But this is episode 25. I can't believe we've made it here. Phone number, if you want to call in, 512-523-5609. Yeah, it's awesome. Love this podcast.
What an incredible week you had. The past 10, 14 days have just been nuts.
It's been crazy.
Tell me about the firefighter challenge.
Well, it was good. We went down to Nationals and really had an awesome time at Nationals. I didn't know if I was going to do it, but, my goal was to hit the Lion's Den. And on my fourth individual run in the firefighter challenge, got into the Lion's Den at 138. Look, I just want to be faster now. Got to the Lion's Den, and now I've got another goal for Worlds. We've got Worlds coming up. We're training, heading out to Worlds when is Worlds? Worlds is going to be the first week of October down in, I think it's Stewart, Florida. So really excited about that. Tons of people coming. So it's going to be a great week of just watching some of it's always amazing for me to be down there and be around these people who are just so incredible, who work their ass off. I have actually, it was awesome. I met some people. I didn't know if I was going to go to Worlds because I didn't have anybody to run with. And I had this team come to me and going to actually be running with a team out of, I think it's Port, I don't know, but it's a fire department that is, down south of Houston, East Texas, and really just awesome. And then some people from Murray, Utah. So really just an awesome team. So really excited about that. Then went out to Washington, D.C., had some meetings up there on some projects I'm working on. Got to go up on the Hill, sit down with Senator Tuberville on his holdback of our generals. The guy is completely offline and is completely tone deaf to the repercussions of his actions. And actually, he's very aware of them, and he just does not care. So really, it's unfortunate that we have a leader like that inside of our country. I'll say this, I haven't, it's been a long time since I've seen, anyways, we're going to stay off that topic. But then went to California, got to go out there and talk to a ton of Marines with Hangar Heroes and Toyota, the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, talk about transitioning. And I got to go around and speak to over almost 1,000 Marines in small settings, answer question and answer. Got to speak with them. Really, it's an incredible moment for me. I love doing it. And those young men and women are the best that America has to offer. And I leave that every single time that I'm out there talking to them. So really, it was awesome to be able to do that. And then came back to Kentucky and spoke on the opioid crisis and Kentucky's efforts in order to take on the worst enemy that the United States has ever faced, and that's the opioid crisis that we have here. So really being a part of that and being able to speak on that behalf, and then came home Friday, and here we are getting after it. I'll be in Kentucky on Wednesday, Thursday. I'm speaking Thursday in Kentucky. So really just, getting after it now. Just picking them up and putting them down.
My God, man, what a week. I mean, that would crush the average person, but you're stoked and just souped up for what you got going on today. I mean, it never stops. I respect it so much. I have a question here. Now that you've reached the Lion's Den, What's next?
I'm going to finish Worlds out and see where it goes. I really enjoy the challenge of the firefighter challenge, but to me, look, I've got a 100-mile race coming up. I've got a whole board over here of, I write down what I want to do. And to me, I want to continue to do hard shit, right? And the firefighter challenge is hard shit, right? But I want to do all the hard things. I want to go out. I want to run a 100 miler. I want to run the Moab. I want to climb Mount Rainier. I want to climb, I want to climb mountains. I want to, I want to do hard shit. And, um, that's what I'm going to continue to do. So I'm going to continue. I like the firefighter challenge. I like it more for the camaraderie of the people and what it represents. But look, you do anything long enough, you gotta go do more shit.
Got a question. How does someone train for a 100-mile race?
No clue. I actually bought a program off of Zach Bitter. He's an ultra runner, and I'm trying to incorporate that into my workouts. I don't know, right? I mean, I've never ran one, so I don't know how you train for one. But I'm also not one of these people that I'm just going to train for one thing, right? Like I'm not trying, I'm not doing these things to be the best at them. I'm doing these things to prove myself that I can do them, right? And so, that's what I'm trying to get out of it. And I'm going to train the best that I can, but I just want to. The only thing I'm looking to get away from running a 100-mile race is to be able to know in my mind that I ran a 100-mile race, not to be able to say I ran one. Like a lot of people do shit to say they did it. To me, I'm doing it to ensure that I can do it.
Got a question here from IG. Just entered my 40s. Advice on how to be my best for me and for everyone in my life.
Yeah, look, don't put the sword down. Continue to put the challenges in front of you. Continue to put the mark out further, right? I think so many people in life, what they do is they still live off of what used to challenge them, and they don't challenge themselves enough anymore. So for example, when I used to shoot, the first time I ever shot at 200 yards, I was happy to hit 200 yards. And it was a challenge to be able to dial wind in and things like that, and to be able to have the fundamentals that supported me shooting at 200 yards. But after you get good enough to where you're hitting 200 yards every single time, it becomes boring. And so then you have to move the target out further. You have to do it in a different position, right? And we keep looking outward in our lives to find challenges. But unfortunately, the more we dial things in, the older we get, we can create the environment around us. So therefore, we're naturally going to make sure that we eliminate the challenges. So for me, my key to everything is to continue to throw challenges in front of me. Do I know how I'm going to run 100 miles? No. Do I know if I can run 100 miles? I believe I can, but I need to prove to myself that I can. And if I can't, then my body's going to break. And so I don't care about that, right? My thing is to continue to challenge myself and to push myself to the limit every single time and know where my limit is.
Whew. Got a question here. Do you do anything with the Semper Fi Fund?
I don't.
Cool. I think they have a 10K or a Marine Corps marathon, but you ran that already, right?
Yeah, I ran the Marine Corps marathon. Yeah.
Knowing everything you've been through, if you were to go back in time, you get this question all the time.
Yeah.
Would you have still joined the military?
100%. 100%. I don't know. I had this kid, and I feel like it's it seems like an asshole answer, but it's just the truth. I don't really regret much. Because if I regret what I've gone through or what I've done, I wouldn't be who I am today. And, I don't look in the rearview mirror. When people talk about, well, if this was this way, or if you knew this, would you have done this? I don't understand that thought process. It's no different than armchair quarterbacking the game that's already over. It's no different than as a sniper sitting here worrying about that last shot when I need to put another shot on target, right? And that's the thing that is so paralyzing to so many people. And it comes down to my belief of we wrap too many emotions around our results, right? In life, and I know I say right a lot because I hear all you assholes out there on my Instagram talking about how I say like and right a lot, but I don't see anybody watching your shit, just so you know. But back to my point is in life, everything is you make a decision, you take an action, you get a result. It all adds up. And so many times we make a decision, but we don't take that action because we are so emotionally scared of that result. And it's because literally we put so much emotion around results, around winning and failing. Like they are nothing more than hits or misses. Winning, failing, success, failure, all these words are emotionally attached. We have some type of emotion around this instead of, gosh, I missed on that one. Here's how I adjust my shot up. Like the results that we get are nothing more than data points. And so many times when we get so much emotion or identity based off of our results, it usually is at the expense of our next action. And I know that's probably complicated and it's, I talk about this, I'm talking about this right now because I just got through this section of my book and that I keep talking about that's going to come out. But it's so true. We've got to get like our actions and the results of our actions are nothing more than data points for us to adjust off of. They're nothing more than feedback points of, was it a hit or a miss? Do we need to do that again, or do we need to do something different to get the result that we decided that we were going to do, right? It's your decisions plus your actions equal your results. Everything in life adds up.
Ooh. Yes, sir.
What do you think?
I like that. Getting a lot of Semper Fi's in the chat. I want to tell Facebook that feel free to give us a call at 512-523-5609. Our lines are open.
Hell yeah.
Got a question. Did you know ahead of time that your Saturday firefighting challenge run was going to meet your... Oops, we got a call.
Hey, it's Dakota at Your Human Podcast. I can't hear. Hello?
Can drop it.
I didn't even hear it ring.
I saw it come up.
Okay.
Did you know that you were going to meet your goal time? I think that means did you know that you were going to make the Lion's Den?
I mean, you know, this goes back to if I say no, I'd be lying, and if I say yes, I'd be lying, right? Like did I go out there with the decision that I was going to make the Lion's Den? Yes. And I just had to put the action behind it, right? Like you can decide anything you want. You can decide that you're going to pay. Like before you do anything, you have to make a decision that you're going to do that. And then you have to follow up with the actions that support that decision in order for you to get the result that you want, right? And so, yeah, like I went out there knowing that the results, that the decision that I was wanting to do was I was going to be in the Lion's Den. And it just really came down to me putting the actions behind that. So in a long way, yes or no, like I went out there and with the mindset that there was no other option but to leave the course that day in the Lion's Den.
Got a call.
Hey, it's Dakota with Your Human Podcast. What's wrong with it?
Can't hear it. I can hear nothing.
What do you think?
I don't know. I kind of want to restart it, but what do you think?
I don't know. How many people we got watching?
Got 50.
Oh, yeah, we can restart it.
Okay. Yeah, so we will be right back.